The grand halls of Windsor Castle, once a symbol of royal unity and tradition, were suddenly filled with attention that no one had anticipated. The annual charity event, which was supposed to be a celebration of goodwill and royal patronage, quickly became the backdrop for a dramatic showdown. The event, attended by some of the most notable figures in British society, was supposed to exemplify the royal family's commitment to philanthropy and charity work. However, what unfolded was far from the expected scene of unity. Princess Anne, ever the embodiment of royal discipline and traditionalism, had made it clear that the event would follow strict protocols. In her mind, everything had to align perfectly with the values of the monarchy. But when Tom Parker Bowles, Camilla's son from her first marriage, attempted to enter, the situation shifted dramatically. Tom, despite his mother's position as queen consort, was not seen as a regular part of royal events. His life in the media, his career as a food critic, and his willingness to embrace public exposure had always put him at odds with the more conservative members of the royal family. Princess Anne, known for her no-nonsense approach and determination to maintain the royal family's image, saw this as a direct challenge. She stood in front of Tom, preventing his entry, and the confrontation was immediate. There was no public shouting or open conflict, but the subtle tension was palpable. To those who witnessed it, it was clear that Anne's actions weren't just about the charity event, they were about making a statement. She had drawn a firm line about what she believed was acceptable within the royal circle. In this moment, Anne's decision wasn't just about personal animosity or dislike. It was about the preservation of a carefully curated royal image. She felt that Tom's public persona, which included his often controversial media presence, didn't fit within the royal family's preferred narrative of dignified privacy and tradition. The royal family had always been careful about how they were perceived by the public, and Tom's behavior, particularly in his media appearances, had often raised eyebrows. Anne's refusal to allow him entry symbolized her broader concern about maintaining the monarchy's carefully guarded image in the public eye. It was a stark reminder of the divide that had long existed between the royal family and Camilla's children. While Camilla had gradually integrated into royal life since her marriage to Prince Charles in 2005, her children had always remained outside the royal inner circle. Tom, in particular, was seen as a symbol of this divide. Though he held the title of stepson to the future king, his role in the royal family was not as defined or clear-cut as that of Prince William or Prince Harry. The confrontation at Windsor Castle was the most public manifestation of the simmering tensions between the two factions of the family. For those watching, the incident was more than just a royal family dispute. It was a stark illustration of how the monarchy, despite its outward unity, is constantly balancing between tradition, public perception, and the personalities of those who form it. The castle, which had witnessed centuries of royal events, had now become the scene of a rare and public fracture. Anne's refusal to allow Tom entry was, in many ways, an assertion of her belief in the monarchy's duty to uphold its image, no matter the cost. It was a pivotal moment that showcased the intricate, often fragile dynamics of royal family life. Tom Parker Bowles, the son of Camilla, Queen Consort of the United Kingdom, has always occupied a peculiar space within the royal family. Though he is the stepson of King Charles III, his position within the royal fold has never been as secure or clearly defined as that of the monarch's biological children. Born to Camilla and her first husband, Andrew Parker Bowles, Tom grew up far removed from the daily workings of the royal family, and this distinction shaped both his identity and his relationship with the institution. Despite his mother's marriage to Prince Charles in 2005, Tom has never fully integrated into the royal circle in the same way that the children of Charles and Diana, Prince William and Prince Harry, have. His professional life, which includes a career as a food critic, writer, and television personality, often puts him in the public eye, yet not in the way that aligns with the traditional, restrained image that the monarchy seeks to project. His media presence, punctuated by his candidness and openness about his life, contrasts sharply with the reserved nature of the royal family, particularly those members who adhere to the unwritten rule of royal silence on personal matters. Tom's role within the royal family has often been described as that of an outsider, while Camilla's marriage to Charles has gradually led to a more accepted integration of her into the royal fold. Her children have struggled with their place in the monarchy. Tom, for all intents and purposes, remains a step removed from the royal hierarchy. Unlike other royal family members, who inherit titles and the responsibility that comes with them, Tom does not hold a title within the royal family. This lack of official status has further cemented his outsider status, despite his familial connection to the monarch. His public appearances at royal events have typically been few and far between, and when he does attend, he is often seen as a peripheral figure, rather than an integral part of the royal family. While Tom has expressed his loyalty to his mother, and has shown support for his stepfather, King Charles, his place within the royal family has remained ambiguous. The royal family's intricate and often rigid structure, with its long-standing traditions and expectations, has left little room for Tom to carve out a clear, defined role. His personal choices, which have often leaned toward a more open, media-savvy lifestyle, have created a sharp contrast with the more private, reserved nature of the monarchy. Moreover, Tom's relationship with the media has occasionally led to tensions with the royal family. As a public figure, he has written books, appeared on television shows, and frequently engaged with the press in ways that are at odds with the royal family's typical approach. While the royal family has carefully cultivated an image of reserved dignity, Tom's career has often placed him in the spotlight for reasons unrelated to his royal connections. This has led to some within the monarchy viewing him as a disruptor of the carefully crafted royal image, making his role within the family even more precarious. In the wider public eye, Tom has often been perceived as someone who enjoys the privileges of his royal connections, but is reluctant to adhere to the expectations that come with those privileges. This dichotomy has made it difficult for him to gain the same level of acceptance that other members of the royal family have. His personal life, which has included high-profile relationships and a career that involves frequent media appearances, sets him apart from the more discreet lives led by other royals. In essence, Tom Parker Bowles exists on the periphery of the British royal family. Though he is a member by marriage, his lifestyle, career, and media presence have kept him from being fully embraced as a core part of the royal fold. His role remains unclear, and he continues to walk a fine line between enjoying the benefits of his royal connections and remaining at odds with the expectations that come with them. The lack of a clear and defined position within the royal family has ensured that Tom remains, for many, a figure who belongs to the fringes rather than at the heart of royal life. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, has long been regarded as one of the most dedicated and hard-working members of the British royal family. Throughout her life, Anne has consistently upheld her royal duties with a sense of duty and discipline that has earned her respect both within the royal family and among the public. However, when it comes to the ongoing tensions and dynamics surrounding her family, particularly the friction between her brother, King Charles III, and the broader royal institution, Anne's role has been one of cautious involvement. From the outset, Princess Anne has demonstrated a pragmatic approach to the royal family's internal conflicts. Known for her no-nonsense demeanor and straightforward attitude, Anne has largely avoided public feuds and controversies, maintaining a more reserved role in the public eye. However, her position within the family means that she is often caught in the crossfire of disputes and tensions, particularly as the monarchy faces a period of transition following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Princess Anne's role in the conflict within the royal family can be seen as a balancing act. On one hand, she has remained a strong supporter of her brother, King Charles, and his ascension to the throne. Anne, who has long been known for her deep sense of duty, has embraced her brother's reign and has worked alongside him to ensure the continued stability of the monarchy. Her relationship with Charles has generally been described as positive, marked by mutual respect and a shared understanding of the pressures they face as senior members of the royal family. However, Anne's role in the family's ongoing conflicts has often been one of silent diplomacy. She has never been one to publicly take sides or speak out against the monarchy, but her actions have sometimes hinted at her stance. In private, Anne has been known to offer support to her brother while also offering guidance to other members of the family. This has been particularly important in the context of the family's ongoing challenges with public perception, especially regarding the divisiveness created by the media and public speculation surrounding the relationships within the royal household. While Anne has largely avoided the limelight in terms of the personal controversies that have surrounded some of her relatives, including her nephew Prince Harry and his public break from royal duties, she has been a stabilizing force within the royal family. Unlike some other members who have found themselves at odds with the institution, Anne has remained steadfast in her commitment to the monarchy and its traditions. However, this adherence to tradition sometimes places her at odds with the evolving dynamics of the modern royal family. In particular, Princess Anne's perspective on the monarchy and its role in the public eye may differ significantly from that of her younger brother, Prince Harry, or even her nephew, Prince William. As someone who has always valued the institution's commitment to public service and duty, Anne has been less sympathetic to the idea of distancing the royal family from its traditional functions. Her stance is more in line with the monarchy's traditionalist ideals, which may create subtle friction with more modern or reformist members of the family. Despite this, Anna's influence in the conflict remains indirect. She has never been one to seek the spotlight, preferring instead to quietly work behind the scenes to ensure that the royal family remains united, even when tensions run high. In times of crisis, such as the period following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, or during the ongoing discussions about the future of the monarchy, Anne has stepped up to provide support and guidance to her family members, often offering her advice without making her views publicly known. In the complex web of royal dynamics, Princess Anne's role can be understood as that of a stabilizer, someone who upholds the values of duty and service, while navigating the challenges of modernizing a centuries-old institution. Though she has not been as vocal as some of her relatives, her actions behind the scenes have often played a pivotal role in maintaining unity within the royal family, especially in the face of growing external pressure. Her commitment to preserving the monarchy's traditional values has, at times, positioned her as a quiet but crucial counterbalance to more controversial or public-facing royal figures. In this sense, Princess Anne's role in the conflict within the royal family is one of subtle but vital influence, helping to maintain the continuity of the British monarchy through times of internal turmoil. The growing divide between Prince William and Camilla's children has become an increasingly prominent issue within the royal family, adding another layer of complexity to the already intricate dynamics of the British monarchy. As the monarchy continues to evolve, the relationships between these two branches of the family have drawn public attention, revealing both subtle tensions and more visible points of discord. Prince William, as the eldest son of Prince Charles and the late Princess Diana, has always been seen as the heir to the British throne. His position as the future king has been central to his public life and royal duties. Over the years, William has built his reputation not only on his royal duties but also on his public image as a responsible and steady leader of the monarchy's future. However, the situation becomes more complicated with the marriage of his father, now King Charles III, to Camilla Parker Bowles. Camilla's children, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes, brought an additional layer to the royal family's already complex relationships. For William, the relationship with Camilla's children has never been straightforward. Growing up, William had already dealt with the complexities of his family life following his parents' divorce, and Camilla's introduction into the family was met with resistance from both him and his younger brother, Prince Harry. The children of Camilla, who were from her previous marriage to Andrew Parker Bowles, were not automatically passer in Sam's immediate royal circle. While both Tom and Laura were raised in the upper echelons of British society, their lives and experiences diverged sharply from William's. For many years, the royal family kept a relatively distant relationship with Camilla's children, partly due to the delicate nature of Camilla's marriage to Charles and the strained history that existed between her and Princess Diana. However, as time passed and Camilla gained a more prominent public role as the Duchess of Cornwall, her children's involvement with the royal family became more pronounced. Still, William and his family were often seen as holding back from fully embracing Camilla's children into the fold. The divide between Prince William and Camilla's children became more noticeable after William's marriage to Catherine Middleton. While Camilla's children were present at royal events, including the wedding of William and Catherine, their interactions with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge were seen as more formal than familial. The focus of the public and media was often on the royal couple, with Camilla's children relegated to the periphery of royal gatherings. As Camilla became queen consort following Charles's ascension to the throne, the divide between William and her children deepened. The perception that William, as the heir apparent, was taking on an increasingly prominent role in the monarchy may have made him wary of the influence and presence of Camilla's children. In the wake of Charles becoming king, there was speculation that the children of Camilla would gain more access to royal duties and titles. However, the existing royal hierarchy, with William positioned as the future king, created a delicate balance in which his interests and priorities were often at odds with the potential rise of Camilla's children. This divide became more pronounced as William began to take on a more assertive role in shaping the future of the monarchy. He was seen as more committed to maintaining traditional royal roles and protocols, whereas Camilla's children were somewhat outside of this framework. Tom Parker Bowles, a successful food writer and television personality, and Laura Lopes, a prominent art curator, both lead relatively independent lives away from the direct influence of the royal duties that William embraces. Despite these underlying tensions, there have been efforts on both sides to maintain a sense of unity. At events like the Platinum Jubilee celebrations for Queen Elizabeth II, Camilla's children and William were seen together, presenting a united front for the public. However, these moments were often overshadowed by the complex dynamics of family loyalty, public expectation, and the pursuit of royal responsibilities. The growing divide between Prince William and Camilla's children is not just a matter of personal feelings. It is also a reflection of the shifting nature of the British monarchy itself. As William prepares for his role as king, and as Camilla's children continue to carve out their own paths, the future of their relationship will likely continue to evolve. The monarchy's future lies in William's hands, and any tensions within the family may influence how the institution adapts to the challenges of a modern world. In the years to come, it will be fascinating to see whether the divide between Prince William and Camilla's children remains a point of subtle friction, or whether it evolves into a more public issue. As the royal family navigates its new roles under King Charles III, the relationship between William and Camilla's children will undoubtedly remain a subject of interest, reflecting the broader challenges of continuity, tradition, and change within the monarchy. Prince William's possible absence from the royal Christmas gathering has generated significant media attention and speculation over the years, particularly as the British royal family has increasingly faced scrutiny about their private lives. The royal family has long been known for their traditional Christmas gatherings, which are held at Sandringham House, the Queen's Norfolk estate, where they come together to celebrate the holiday and engage in public appearances. However, there have been instances where key members of the royal family, including Prince William, have chosen not to attend these gatherings, either for personal reasons or due to other commitments. The royal Christmas gathering is one of the most anticipated events in the British royal calendar. It's a time when the family comes together, not only to enjoy a festive season, but also to showcase a united front to the public. The monarch traditionally hosts the event, with the extended royal family attending, including the children, grandchildren, and other relatives. However, as the family has expanded and modernized, the pressures and expectations surrounding these events have also increased, leading to occasional absences or altered participation. Prince William's possible absence from the royal Christmas gathering is tied to several factors. As the future King of England, his personal and professional responsibilities have grown exponentially in recent years. The demands of his position, both in terms of public appearances and royal duties, have required him to balance his family life with the expectations of the monarchy. His wife, Catherine, and their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, also play a crucial role in royal engagements, which can make family holidays difficult to navigate. In some years, William has opted to stay with his immediate family rather than attend the larger, more publicized royal gathering. This choice is often made in the interest of providing a sense of normalcy for his children, especially during their early years. The Christmas season is a time for families to come together, and William has expressed a desire to give his children the experience of spending the holidays in a private and intimate setting, away from the public eye. This inclination towards a more low-key celebration contrasts with the more formal and high-profile royal Christmas events. Another significant factor influencing William's potential absence is the evolving dynamics within the royal family. The relationship between the younger and older generations has occasionally been strained, with William often at the center of the tensions between the royal family's traditionalist values and the modernizing influences of the younger royals. The pressures of navigating these complex family relationships, alongside the media scrutiny, may play a role in William's decision to spend the holiday season away from the more formal family gatherings. In recent years, there has been increased media speculation about William's relationship with other members of the royal family, including his father, King Charles III, and his brother Prince Harry. These tensions, especially following Harry and Meghan Markle's departure from the royal family, have affected the dynamics of family events. William's absence from Christmas gatherings could be seen as a reflection of these underlying tensions, or as a desire to avoid public scrutiny during what is supposed to be a private family occasion. Furthermore, the royal family has made some adjustments to their holiday traditions in recent years, especially following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. King Charles III has taken over the reins of the monarchy, and with this change in leadership, the family's holiday plans have evolved. There have been discussions about how the monarchy will adapt to modern expectations, with certain royal events becoming less formal and more flexible. In this new context, William's absence from Christmas gatherings could be seen as part of a broader shift towards a more private and less rigidly scheduled approach to family events. While it is unlikely that Prince William will permanently withdraw from attending royal Christmas gatherings, his absence is indicative of the pressures and complexities that come with being a senior member of the royal family. The constant balancing act between public duties, family obligations, and personal desires makes it increasingly difficult for him to participate in every royal tradition, particularly one as closely scrutinized as the Christmas gathering. Ultimately, Prince William's decision to attend or not attend the royal Christmas gathering is a personal one, influenced by a combination of family priorities, royal duties, and the changing landscape of the British monarchy. His potential absence reflects the modern challenges that come with royal life and the need for balance in an era of intense public scrutiny. As the royal family continues to evolve under King Charles III's reign, it remains to be seen how the future of these gatherings will unfold, and whether Prince William will continue to make them a priority in his own family life. Camilla's dilemma as queen and mother is a complex balancing act between her royal duties and her family responsibilities. When she married Charles, the Prince of Wales, in 2005, Camilla became a central figure in the British royal family. Yet, as the wife of the future king, she was also thrust into the public eye in a way she had never experienced before. The transition to becoming queen consort in 2022, following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, has brought Camilla to the forefront of the monarchy, with a new set of expectations and challenges. As queen consort, Camilla is tasked with supporting King Charles III in his duties, while also embodying the values of the monarchy. Her public role requires her to perform a variety of ceremonial and charitable duties, from attending state functions to supporting various causes. Her experience with charity work, particularly with issues like domestic violence, literacy, and animal welfare, has shaped her role within the royal family. However, the intensity of royal life often means that Camilla must prioritize her public duties over her personal life, leading to a constant tension between her responsibilities as queen and as a mother. Her children, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes, are adults and have their own lives, but Camilla's relationship with them remains important. The public nature of her role as queen, however, often keeps her away from her children. Additionally, the complex dynamics within the royal family, including her relationship with Charles's children, Prince William and Prince Harry, add another layer of difficulty. Her efforts to navigate this delicate balance being a mother, while fulfilling the role of queen, are often complicated by public perceptions of her past and her integration into the royal family. Camilla's dilemma as queen and mother reflects the broader challenges that modern royal women face, managing personal relationships while serving a public institution with centuries of tradition.